is not the first time that I have done Adventure Time fan art. Okay, we're just gonna get this out of the way first so you can just see my horrible old art. These pieces are from back in my DeviantArt days, possibly 2012, I don't know. I was definitely too old to be drawing like this. Okay, that's number one. I don't really draw full bodies very much, so I didn't really know what I was doing, but this is what that art looks like. And then, of course, I have the first Princess Bubblegum that I did, which was hideous. Everybody knows it was ugly. We all know that. It's a thing. We're just going to ignore it, but it was ugly. And then this is the second one that I did earlier either late last year or early this year, don't really remember when, but this was the final Princess Bubblegum that I did, and I actually really like the way that she looks. And moving forward, if I'm going to be doing more fan art of her, this is what she's going to look like, which is kind of what I was basing this drawing that I'm doing right now off of, which is of Marceline and PB. So why can I not finish Adventure Time? So I first started Adventure Time obviously when it first came out and everyone was all into it. I was very much into it, but I think the problem was that I couldn't follow it. Like, I couldn't follow the show linearly, so I stopped watching it because I don't know why I couldn't follow it. I don't know, I guess I didn't know what day it came on. I don't know, something happened where I couldn't follow the show. Like, I was in high school. I don't remember. I couldn't follow the show though. And if I can't follow a show like linearly, then I don't really like to watch it because I want to know what happened, especially in a show like this where it's a cartoon where things that happen before, impact things that happen later on. Like, it's not one of those shows where you can watch any episode and you'll be fine with whatever information that you get. With this show, there's things that happen that come back. And so, you kind of need to know the plot to watch the show. So that's why I wanted to watch it linearly. But then when I got older, like, the more I heard about it, the more I realized what the show was about. I was like, I don't really know if I want to watch that because it seems like it's a little melancholy to me. And I'm not one to watch a melancholy show. I like happy shows. I like shows that are, fun and have nice endings and don't really have too much going on. I think the most I can do in a show probably right now, I'm watching Hilda, the second season of Hilda on Netflix, if you guys know what that is. That has some stuff going on, but it's not too much. It's still light. It's still happy to me. I think that's the most, intenseness I guess I can handle. Anything more than that and I'm like, this is too much for me, I'm out, because I do identify myself as an HSP, which is a highly sensitive person. So there's some things that I just don't want to deal with it. It makes me sad, it makes me stressed out, it makes me unhappy, and it actually affects my mood. So I'm like, I don't want to watch anything that's gonna do that to me. But I posted a question on Instagram and I was like, hey, what shows do you guys love, or recommend me some cartoons, something like that, something along those lines. And someone was like, Adventure Time. And then I replied to them and I'm like, I never really got into Adventure Time, mostly because it seems a little melancholy for me. It seems like they deal with a lot of heavy life issues that I don't really want to be dealing with in a cartoon. It's not my thing. Even in regular shows, this is why I love sitcoms, because sitcoms, they deal with things, but nothing too crazy. And it's usually light. It's usually a light enough show where, I can handle it. So I enjoy sitcoms and such, and I like cartoons because they're usually nice and light. And in my mind, I remember people talking about things that happened in Adventure Time that were not so nice. So I was like, maybe this isn't the show for me. But anyways, the person that I was talking to said, no, it's great. And they deal with all the life issues really well. There's nothing too heavy in it. It's all nice. I think people's definition of heavy and my definition of heavy are two different things, because for me, there's a lot of things where I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore. And I think one of the episodes, I don't know if you guys remember, it was Lemon Hope's episode. I don't know if it's his final episode because I didn't really finish watching the entire show, but there's one episode where Lemon Hope, he leaves Lemon Grab Kingdom or whatever. And then he's like, he wants to explore or whatever. And then he comes back and he's so old. And the Lemongrab Kingdom is all decrepit, no one's there. And he finally comes back home. And I was like, oh, my heart, I can't handle this. What is this show? So things like that, I can't handle that. I was like, I don't like this. He was the only one there. There was no one else there. He came back a million freaking years later. I'm like, this is sad. I don't want to watch this. it made me sad. Like, what is this? So yeah, I don't like to watch things that make me too sad, so I was not really interested in watching it. After that, I watched a couple more, but I could just feel the way the show was going. I was like, this is not really it for me. I think I got up to where Finn found his father, who's supposed to be his father. I don't really know if it's his father or not, because I didn't watch far enough. He found him in that, like, I don't know what you call it. It's like another dimension jail. I don't really know what you call it, but yeah, got a little too heavy for me. And then also there's an episode where we find out that PB is like 1,000,000 years old, like the episode where the Ice King like is with Marceline and she's young and they're like going back in time, and there's like bubblegum all over the place. She's not like an actual person yet, but she's there, and I'm just like, this is too much for me. Like, I don't want to handle this. And then like even the Ice King story is crazy sad. Like it's so sad. Whoever said this show was happy is wrong. They're incorrect. It's so sad. Finn's the only human around besides Susan Strong, and I'm not even sure if she's human or not, because I didn't watch it far enough to find out if she ever makes a comeback or not. But I'm like, the show is sad. Like, it's a sad show. So for anyone wondering why I couldn't finish Adventure Time, it's because it's a freaking sad show, and I don't want to watch sad shows. Like, I just want to be happy. I just want to watch happy shows. Like, I already have enough going on in my own life. I don't want to add to the sadness. So yeah, it was just, a lot of it is melancholy. I mean, there's a lot of episodes that are also just like regular happy episodes, and even in some of the happy episodes, it's like, I don't know, maybe I just deal with shows differently, because there was one episode where I think they were looking for like a bad guy. They couldn't figure out who it was. They ended up throwing the wrong guy in jail. Somebody they found on a train, they threw him in jail, but he wasn't the bad guy. At the end of the show, they never went and got him out of jail. Like, he stayed in jail. And at the end of the episode, I was like, wait, but are they gonna go get the guy? Like, wait, the guy's still in jail. Like, he's still there. So that bothered me that they never went back and got him. I don't know if he ever made a comeback or not, or if he ever came back, because I feel like Adventure Time is very intentional about what they do, about what, you know, what the show entails, and who the characters they introduce and the things that they make them do. Like, everything is like super planned out. So I don't know if he ever made a comeback or not. Maybe he came back as an enemy. I'm not sure. All I know is at the end of the episode, I was like, wait, but that guy's still in jail, and they never got him out, and he wasn't the bad guy. So why is he still in there? So yeah, it's a sad show. Does anyone else think this show is freaking sad? Like, it's so sad. It's even the episode, even episodes were supposed to be like funny at the end, like the one where Finn goes into the pillow fort and he has like a whole pillow family, and he gets old, and he's like finally makes his way out of the pillow fort. I don't know if that was supposed to be like all in his mind or if it was actually a real place. Either way, that episode was freaking sad. Like, he ended up leaving his whole freaking pillow family. Like, what? So yeah, that's why I don't watch Adventure Time, because to me it's kind of sad, and I don't really enjoy kind of sad shows. Currently, my favorite show, which like, I mean, maybe people would think that it's weird that I watch that one, because there's also sad moments, but overall it's a happy show, which is We Bare Bears. I freaking love We Bare Bears. I'm about to finish it. I'm watching it on Netflix right now. I know the series is over, but once it's done, you can bet I'm gonna rewatch it again. And Apple and Onion, oh my gosh, that show is hilarious. One of my faves. So Hilda, We Bare Bears, Apple and Onion. Also, Boss Baby on Netflix. I am watching that also because I'm a literal child. But that's all. This is what my art is looking like. I really like the end result on this one. I don't think they look perfect, but I think they look cute. So, also, I didn't watch it far enough to find out. But as far as I know, as far as everyone was saying, Bubblegum is canon. So, you know, yeah. Am I saying that right? Canon? I've only ever read it. I've never heard anyone say it out loud. So, is it canon or canon? Canon. I'm gonna say canon. Anyways, that's all. Okay, bye. See ya Monday. Bye.